Hello everybody and welcome back to yet another BEAMNG Drive video. And today we're going to be playing on this map called Dangerous Road, because it seems like a very interesting challenge. And I haven't really done anything on it. All I know is that it's probably not safe. And I'd also quickly like to mention the reason why I haven't uploaded recently is that I've been doing a lot for my Spanish class, especially because it was finals week. But now that I am done with Spanish, I'll be uploading a bit more, except this weekend, this upcoming weekend, I won't upload because I'm going to be in Hawaii. So, just putting that out there if you're expecting an upload. Maybe I'll upload on Monday as well, because that's the last day I'll be here. But yeah. Now that's aside, we should probably figure out a vehicle that'd be best to approach this with. Because clearly this isn't doing good enough. Well, alright. Let's see. Choices. Huh. I mean, I got pretty far with just a basic car, so... Satsuma. How about the Saliad Fieri? Yeah, let's see if this will work. Ooh. That's a lot of no texture stuff. Boy. Oh boy, I'm sure enjoying driving the death box and or the kit car platform. This is so much fun. It's very bad. I think this part here is really a big doozy. Because there's turns like that. Yeah, the same one. Again. Well, that's pleasant. Nice. Let's try this again. Except that corner, I will not screw it up. Well, hopefully, won't screw it up. Except now I'm realizing speed isn't always the answer. I like to believe that speed doesn't kill, but in this case, yes it does. Oh. That was very close. Not getting me this time. Staying in the right lane. Furthest from the edge. Because I don't trust the left lane. See? Look, now it's gone. It's back. Now this time I'll move away. Okay, I'm gonna move back in the right lane. Oh crap. Oh boy, surface change. Reminds me of the Cars 2 what was it, Grand Prix in Tokyo or whatever. Except twice as dangerous. Literally racing against no one but myself, I guess. I guess I'm racing against my personal doomsday clock. So when it hits midnight, basically something very bad is going to happen to this car. Which I have no clue when that's going to happen, but we'll probably figure it out. Oh, now we're cooking the speed. Like 30 miles an hour. So that's fast enough. I have no clue what the hell this scenery is around here, though. Like random dilapidated buildings. How was this like an operable road? I mean, sure, maybe the top of it was, you know, if there's guardrails up there and stuff on a little turnpike. But who knows? Well, that's interesting. Alright, now it's just a one lane for the moment. That's the route for those who like to live their life on the edge, quite literally. Oh. Ooh, that's a big cavern. A random building, weirdly placed. It's like city skylines. You know, you can. There's like one tile where you can place one random. Oh. It's a real temptation, but I'm trying to beat this. So I'm just not gonna do that. Oh. This is perfectly fine. I'm trusting my instinct to go slow around some corners. Some of them are pretty blind. You have crap like that on the road. There's a lot of foliage and unnecessary garbage. Oh. Easy there, partner. I think one time when I was doing a run on this with my starter vehicle, I hit one of these rocks and it absolutely destroyed the underside of my car. Actually, I think it was further up the road. When it gets a lot more difficult than this. Like if you think it, you know, this is bad, it gets much worse. Excuse me, what? World's largest banana. 10.4 meters. 4.44 meters. Out in the middle of who knows where. Oh, I'm just gonna give myself a little helping hand off that. That's not cheating, okay? I just backed myself onto a rock trying to look at a placard. What's this? It's a warehouse just filled to the brim with foliage. Though, I'm not surprised. So. The road was just kind of gone, so it's like, find your way. You'll make your own road. I'm just now remembering that there are very high-speed waterfalls up here, and realizing that I have a 94 horsepower Fiero probably wasn't the best vehicle of choice, but you know, speed can solve that that problem. Yep. Oh my god. I hate that so much. Well, that's done with for now. You know, I'm genuinely surprised that I survived that. Because last time I hit it, I just got swept away, probably because I didn't have speed. But hey, the perk of doing that is it lowered the temperature of the engine, so that's nice. Nice and cool. Alright, so basically the road is mostly dissolved at this point in time. It's not looking much of like a road anymore. It's more or less just like rocks with a stripe on it. With a single yellow racing stripe. Oh. Okay. So our front right wheel is damaged. I can notice that it's not doing so hot anymore because the brake's dead on that. Okay, let's keep that in mind. I was gonna say we haven't received much damage besides, you know, hitting the bumper, screwing that up, whatnot, but now we haven't. No, the front brake is toast. Front right brake. If we had both brakes in the front out, we'd be kind of screwed. If I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, I think this is where I screwed up my car. It's a lot of downhill. Oh, it definitely was. I think that was the rock that got me, that big one right there. You have to be extra cautious in here, especially because this is mud. So I'm riding really low right now. So if there's a little rock hidden in the mud, I'm gonna more than likely hit it. And there's a high probability that it'll hit my my oil pan. Which means we won't have much time left if that's the case. It's kind of a predetermined failure there. And I am also noticing that my coolant is getting, my coolant is getting kind of hot. I don't know why. I mean, it's not like we're, you know, going pedal to the metal. Okay, listen. I'm just gonna not count that happening, okay? Alright, I have a very, very big feeling that this Fiero will not make it at this point in time. I should have probably taken a car with better ride clearance. I mean, look at that. Look at the temperature of the vehicle right now. At this point, I have to be like very conservative. Oh, now, see, remember that thing I was saying earlier? If both front brakes are out? Yeah, now they are. Oh boy, that can only mean bad things. This poor Fiero. Didn't deserve it. Definitely getting hot. Like really hot. It's getting near that limit where we don't wanna reach. I'll give it some speed. Wait, if I drive in the water, will it pull me off? No, it'll only make things worse. That was a grave error. Yup, see? We're encroaching on the danger zone. Coolant overheating, you don't say. Trying to see about letting the car cool off a little. Like get back, you know, temperature gauge to say white again. I have a feeling though. It's not cooling down. It'll probably take a very long time for the coolant to cool down. I mean, a long time if it's at this temperature. Might as well just see how far the Fiero goes. Or as I say, that piston ring's damaged. It's not gonna go far. Let off the gas. Let off the gas. Ooh, downhill. At this point, I'm going to be very conservative with the throttle because the engine's on the fritz right now. That's not good. Oil's overheating. Everything in the engine's stupidly hot. And if it turns off, it probably will not start again. Crap! Oh, I think it's properly screwed. Yeah, let's give it another shot. It went pretty far though, so good job, Fiero. You did very well. A lot better than I was previously anticipating. I wasn't thinking it was going to make it that far. Like, I genuinely did not think it would go that far. So, good job. Let's see, what could we drive? Maybe the Lansdale? That might be good. The Overland? Light off-roading. Well, in the review video I did of it, it did pretty good. So, let's see how that works out. Soccer mom's definitely not gonna ever be late for soccer practice. any terrain that this thing throws at her, she'll be able to conquer it. So now this thing has some adequate ground clearance. Alright. Okay. This is a bit more tedious now because we have a higher center of gravity. So this thing is more prone to rolling over now. So I'm trying to take these corners a bit slower, just in case. Oh yeah, downhill, here we go. We're gonna be hitting the dirt. Did our alignment go already? You know, it's not too bad. It's pulling a little bit, but it's not like extremely bad. To the point where it's kind of like constantly pulling left, like really hard. It's pulling left, but not a crap ton. It's counterable, we can work with it, but it's just not preferable. I could maybe try and node grab the wheel, see if I could push it back. That might be optimal. Let's see if I can. No, don't think that's doing anything. No, that's not doing anything. Okay, I guess we're just gonna have to work with what we got. I'm surprised the Fiero didn't have any alignment problems, but this thing already has one, so I guess there's one up over the Lansdale for the Fiero, so that's cool. Or the Fieri, sorry. Not high functioning this morning. Come on. Yeah, let's put it in. Oh, wait. You can't put it in high 2? That's a shame. It's just permanently stuck in 4-wheel drive. Okay. Again, I can work with that, it's fine. We're kind of getting to where we were last time. We still have a little bit to go. I could have taken that, but right there, that probably would have been the killer right there. Unless you have to be like really confident in your off-roading skills at that point. But I don't see any possible chance of getting out of that alive. I really don't. It's just like, just take the road. It's easier. Even though the van doesn't think so. Kind of working against me. It's not really working in my favor per se, but that's okay. We can make it. Fun fact: I actually haven't beaten this map before. Or by beaten, it's completed this section of road here. I've gotten close. I think the farthest I've gotten was actually with the Fiero in today's video. So, yeah. One of the car I got pretty far in was my starter car, but I like rolled that thing who knows how many times. I'll just say a lot. Let's agree to settle with quite a few times. largest bananas here. Yep, here he is. Most random thing ever. Gotta do some sightseeing. It's not all just about trying to stay alive, it's also sightseeing. Oh, crap. This is why go slow through there, because the road basically doesn't exist. I don't know why when I was driving through that, I just thought of Jumanji when I was driving through that part of the forest. It's like, welcome to Jumanji. It's like, yeah, we're in Jumanji, driving a minivan through a forest on a dangerous ass road. Makes total sense to me. Arguably though, there's kind of some plausibility to why I could think this is somewhat Jumanji. I mean, it's dense jungle. Dangerous, stupidly dangerous waterfalls. Okay, that's like stupidly fast for waterfall. Come on. You don't need to go white water rafting through those. Jeez. And hell, that did like nothing for the van. Besides slow us down a bit and, you know, increase my blood pressure by a lot. This isn't all fun and games anymore. But hopefully once we get to the difficult parts, we can persevere through with this thing. Because I'm hoping, yeah, it has a skid plate. Perfect. That skid plate's gonna do a lot for us. Because, well, if you don't know, which I'm assuming you do know, the skid plate, even I can briefly explain. Basically, the skid plate just mounted on the underside of your vehicle. So basically, it protects the underside of the engine from any damage. So, for example, if you have a rock crawler or like an off-road vehicle. Okay, front bumper's gone. Good to know. But as I was saying, so for example, so you know, my dad's 4Runner we used to have, and he sold it to this dude, turning it into a rock crawler. It's gonna more than likely have a skid plate on the underside. Even though I think it does already, but basically just protects against rocks, so you can just rub the plate up against rocks and it won't like burst your oil pan or hit any of the important components inside the engine. So it's pretty useful. So yeah, that was kind of a not so helpful description, but it kind of is a description to bring the genuine point across of what I'm trying to convey here. Oh wow, that light bar definitely works. Works wonders. That reminds me of that one scene from, what was it, from the Top Gear, I think it was the Antarctica special. God. Where Jeremy Clarkson lights up, what was it? No, I don't think it was Hammond, but I think it was May. And the Hilux, absolutely just bright light bar, practically the sun. So yeah. Oof. See, the thing I'm more worried about with this van is not the engine, but I think it's the suspension. It's because, I mean, it's already been kind of become a bit wonk, you could say. Because when we hit that rock back there, that kind of screwed up the alignment, but I don't know what I hit earlier that... Ooh. Did my alignment like that. It got worse. Listen, as long as it's not pulling like really hard to the left, we're fine. Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, as long as it's not pulling really hard to the... to the left. Oh, crap. See, this is why I was afraid that... Alright. You know what? We're just gonna have to make do. Work! Oh, now it's just completely loose. There's no possible chance of me getting it put back, you know, forcing it back. See? Should we give it one extra try? Yeah, let's give it one last try. And if I don't, I can try and attack this again Monday maybe. So now we need to really step up our game, because we learned from our mistakes. We learned from the mistakes of our ancestors. Okay. If I'm thinking of a vehicle that will do very well off-road, I'm not gonna do something like this. Maybe we could do a 4Runner. Those are pretty sweet. Especially the new ones, but old ones, 3rd gens. Love those. Absolutely amazing. What about the Durham? Four by 4 flatbed. An ex-army truck. I mean, if it's an army truck, it has to be pretty versatile. And I guess we can give her a shot. If it's an army truck, it should be able to conquer some pretty rough terrain for the most part. Oh yeah, that's a pretty adequate ride height. Don't know what's up with the tire texture, but you know what? That should be the least of our concerns right now. The tire texture. Front differential. This thing is definitely going to do a lot better. Does it have... No, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. I think what will make ends meet for, you know, in terms of keeping this engine safe is probably the ride height. That'll suffice, I'm assuming, because I mean that engine's a good couple, you know, kind of, it has a good distance between the ground and the oil pan. Because that's the main thing I'm concerned about, is the oil pan, because once that ruptures, you basically don't have much time left. The radiator, you have a little bit of time, but it's not much. So basically, once either the radiator goes and then the oil pan, or either if it's just the radiator, so basically, you know, everything's gonna overheat, it's a ticking time bomb, or if the oil pan goes, it's also a ticking time bomb. Except, of course, you know, with the radiator, you have the coolant overheating, and the oil is eventually going to overheat, piston rings are going to fail, everything else is practically going to fail in the engine. But with the oil, once that oil pan is breached, it's just going to start draining oil. And depending on the size of the oil pan, that's how much time you have left. And depending on how big the hole is actually, and how much volume how much volume of the oil is, you know, leaving the oil pan. So there's a lot to take into consideration. Even though I don't think it should be taken that much into consideration when playing a map, BeamNG trying to beat it. Just because thought this would be a pretty interesting video idea. But yeah, if you guys have any video ideas that you want me to do, like, I don't know, police chases or crazy stuff, just let me know. I'm really open to anything, because I've been running out of ideas recently. This is kind of my savior. It was like, oh yeah, let's see how many times I'll fail miserably. I should have put it in blow up the hill. This is not gonna make life easy. But the good thing is though, we have all the transfer cases and differentials and stuff. We have a lot more over that van already. Especially that ride height. Well, literally a lot more over it. But I think choosing this truck was probably a good idea. I wonder how it's gonna take those waterfalls though. I mean, the Furo and the Lansdale have done fine. I don't know about the Durham. That's soon to be determined. That's a bit close. We have to take this a bit slower. But it's a decently sized truck. But it's not stupidly wide. It's just kind of. Whoa! Whoa! Why did you stall? That was really close. I was trying to turn the engine on. I was like, wait, why did it drop? You know, like why did it drop to 0 RPM? I was like, oh, well, I think it stalled downhill. But I was just looking down to see like, oh, is it saying it's off? Because sometimes it says the engine's off, but it isn't. And I was like, oh crap, I'm about to fall off an edge. So that wasn't fun. Alright, this is where this thing can shine a bit. This is doable for the most part. Should maybe put it in low. There's the banana again. Hopefully this should help. The light shall guide us. Well, the light was going to be guiding us, but it's kind of blinding in some spots. Especially like if there's some sunlight, it's not very useful. Come on. There it doesn't really do too much, but again, it's turn now. Alright, this part's gonna be a little tedious. No, 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 no! Good truck comes with a cost. Well, I guess we learned today that not all off-road vehicles will determine us as winners. Well, that was eventful. So if you made it to this point in the video, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. And tomorrow, I think I'll try this again. Maybe. That is if we aren't super busy with getting ready for our trip. But yeah, until next time, whatever you do on this map, don't take a big truck. It won't really help you much for the most part.